The last class, we had seen what is a brand. We had seen that brand can be explained through the definition, through the elements which make up a brand, and by understanding what is the difference between brands and products. And let us move on to what is branding and how does branding work. Okay, now this was, one slide that beautifully said that what is the difference between marketing and branding. When we talk about marketing, you are going and introducing yourself to somebody. That is what is marketing. Hello, I'm John, a great musician. On the other hand, what is branding? That somebody is looking at you and recognizing you. That, oh my God, you are John, the great musician. Now, this is the difference between marketing and branding. And this is what branding does to you as a product. If I take an individual as a product, then what does branding do? It gives you an identity. It makes you recognizable in the eyes of others. All right. It positions you as a brand, as somebody who is unique. So, what is branding? It is all about creating differences between the products. As you can see in this slide, you have two cans of soft drink. On one side, you have Pepsi, on another side, you have Coca Cola. Now, both of them are different. And what is making them different? What is making Pepsi different from Coca Cola? The name. The name Pepsi on one can, the name Coca Cola on another can. The color, the color red of Coca Cola, the color blue of Pepsi, the logo, right? The logo of Pepsi is different from the logo of Coca Cola. All these identifiable elements are helping you create a brand, and the process of making your product identifiable by the customers, by adding a name, by adding a logo, by adding a symbol, by giving it a color, by positioning it in the minds of the customers. If I talk about Coca Cola, Coca Cola is positioned as a product which provides you happiness, always Coca Cola, a product which is giving you happiness, which is helping you care and share with others. On the other hand, for Pepsi, what do we say? Swag. In Hindi I see this advertisement which says har boond mein swag hai. All right, so these are the taglines, the symbols which are helping you identify your brand and distinguish your brand from that of other brands. And this entire process which helps you to create the differentiation between the different products and creating a brand in itself is called branding. So, branding is all about creating an identity for your product. Branding is all about positioning your product as a unique product in the mind of the customers. Then, the process whereby you are choosing a particular target segment and then focusing on them, advertising, showing advertising campaigns based on the customer, that entire process is called branding. So, branding is all about creating differences between the products. It is a process that includes creating a name, a logo, an image for a product in the consumer's mind through advertising campaigns with a consistent theme. It is all about creating a point of difference among similar looking products. Now, branding helps you to establish a differentiated presence in the market that pulls and retains loyal customers. Now, when I talk about Amazon, right? Amazon has a logo. What does the logo say? It shows an arrow from A to Z of the Amazon, right? What does it identify? It identifies that Amazon is an online retailer which is selling everything from A to Z. It is trying to differentiate its presence in the market by pulling and retaining, trying to retain the loyal customers. Now, branding also helps the marketers in educating the customers about who the product is by giving it a name and other brand elements through which it can be identified, as well as what the product does and why the consumer should be buying your product. Now, if you remember in the beginning when I was talking about this soft drink, Coca Cola or Pepsi, Now, one thing that differentiates Pepsi from Coca Cola is also the ingredients. We say Pepsi is sweeter than Coca Cola. So, the ingredients could also be the part of your product which are helping you create a brand. Now, when we see the advertisement of both Pepsi and Coca Cola, we say Pepsi is sweeter. I prefer Pepsi. On the other hand, other people say I do not prefer Pepsi because it is because of its sweetness. Okay, so that is another distinguishing element for the brand or for the product as such, right? And thereby also telling the people what your product is doing. What is Coca Cola doing? It is giving you refreshment, it is helping you ease digestion. So, what are they telling? They are telling the benefits which are associated with the brand Coca Cola. And this entire the process of doing all these things is nothing but your branding. All right. Now, what is the importance of branding to consumers? Now, one of the major benefit having a brand and giving it a proper branding is it helps in shopping behavior. How does branding help shopping behavior? It simplifies the entire experience of shopping. You, by looking at the product, you instantly know that what are you trying to buy. Given you an example here of Durex, that when you go to a shopping mall and you see this product, okay, of brand Durex, you exactly are pinpointed that what is that is being required by you. You don't have to spend your time or money on unknown products which are related to this product. Okay, so branding helps you to simplify your entire experience of shopping. Then another benefit of branding is emotional attachment. Now, one of the objective of branding is to build a brand that adds value to both the features and functions of the product. Now, this value, where does it come from? It comes from the brand personality and the brand image to which consumers feel emotionally attached. Now, when we see this Xbox. What is this Xbox? It is a gaming console. So you can download all the games. You can go and just, play whatever game you want to using your Xbox. So what does Xbox do? You are emotionally attached to it. Okay, there is an image that gets perceived in your mind that if I wish to play a game, I should be going and starting working with Xbox. All right. So brands also help you create an emotional attachment. If yesterday, like I was giving you the example of Louis Vuitton, okay, you have purses of Louis Vuitton. Now, whenever you look at this Louis Vuitton, you feel that this goes with my personality. Let me purchase this product. So, what are you doing? You are somewhere getting emotionally attached to a particular brand because you feel that this brand helps me to display my personality. You buy, Nike. Why do you want Nike sports shoes? Because you feel that Nike is an athletic product. Okay, it gives me a sporty kind of a look. Then branding also helps us in making decisions related to the purchases based on the habit. Now, it often creates difficulty for the competitors to break well established habits, even by producing heavy schemes, substantial discounts, and offers. And now, the winner in that is Amazon. Now, what is Amazon? Amazon, as I was talking to you people, is an online shopping website. You have online shopping apps of Amazon also. And through its logo, it has positioned itself as an online retailer which provides anything to you from A to Z. You can purchase everything from A to Z through Amazon. Now, after making people get habitual to purchasing from you, okay, from your online site, the people may not like to purchase from Flipkart. They may not like to purchase from, say, Mintra. They may be totally hooked with Amazon, despite the fact that Flipkart might be giving you a lot of offers, discount offers, or Mintra might be giving you a lot of discount offers. Now, branding also helps in decision making. Now, you want to travel from one place to another. You have a lot of services available, right? You have taxis available, you have autos available. But whenever we think of Uber as a brand, we just think that Uber is a reliable brand. Let me take the services of Uber. So it helps us in decision making. When you are adding a brand to your product, The credibility, the reliability, the trust that you are getting attached, okay, or you are attaching with your brand helps people in quickly making a decision related to their purchasing. Customers identify different types of risks involved in buying and utilizing a product such as functional, physical, financial, social, and timeless. And all these risks are minimized when you are purchasing a product which is branded. Now, what is the importance of branding to the firm? One of the importance of branding to the firms is that when you are creating a brand, number one, the brand helps to identify the maker of the product. If I am purchasing Coca Cola, I know that this brand belongs to Coca Cola, right? If I'm purchasing Amazon, I know Amazon belongs to Jeff Bezos, right? If I'm using Facebook, I know Facebook is an identity which belongs to Mark Zuckerberg. He is the CEO of it. So, your branding helps you to identify the maker of the product, that who is the maker of this product. Then it also helps in identification of the market. Now, brand name recognizes the market that it is going to serve, which in turn does what? It helps in assigning responsibilities in the distribution phase, such as warehousing, classifying, selling, and after sales service. Now, if I take an example of Coca Cola here, then Coca Cola sells 3,500 brands globally as a global company, right? And how it has positioned itself? It has positioned itself with the help of different brands which are in its portfolio. Now, the different brands which are in the portfolio of Coca Cola are Diet Coke, you have Fanta, you have Sprite, you have Oasis, right? You have so many products, okay, which can be seen on the slide. Now, all these are identifying a different market segment. Now, Diet Coke is for those people who are, who are diet conscious. Then Fanta is for those people who prefer to have orange flavor of the soft drink. So each and every brand under the brand portfolio of Coca-Cola is identifying a specific market, and then it is positioning themselves as a product or as a brand to capture the identified segment. Moving ahead. Now, another importance of branding to the firm, branding helps your brand give a legal protection. All right. Now, there's a beautiful example again given here. Starbucks, the world's largest coffee franchisee, sued Sardar Baksh, which is a Delhi based coffee chain, in 2018. And why did Starbucks sue Sardar Baksh, which is a coffee chain? Now, this Sardar Baksh coffee chain had 25 outlets in India, and it was using a similar sounding name and logo as is used by Starbucks. And for that reason, Starbucks had sued Sardar Baksh coffee chain because the logo, okay, and the name of Starbucks is unique to it. And as per the Copyright Act, this thing has been copyrighted. So nobody else can be using it. So, branding also gives legal protection to the firms. Another example, branding also helps your product get a unique association in the mind of the consumers whenever they look at your brand. For example, other day I was telling you red and white color is associated with Coca-Cola. So when somebody sees this white and red Coke can of soft drink, okay, in the shopping mall, we get emotionally attached to it, that okay, this is Coca-Cola brand, I wish to have it. Okay, it is going to give me happiness, it is going to give me refreshment, it is going to increase my stable life, it is going to increase my focus, I can focus better by having it. Now, high market share. With the help of branding, you can also achieve a higher market share in the market. How can that be done? Now, if I talk about, first of all, let us have a look at the example here. We have the iPods of Apple. AirPods, with a 60% of global market share, is way ahead of the competition, which comprises of wireless earbuds from brands such as Zabra, Samsung, and Bose. But It is only Apple AirPods which have been able to grab the global market share of 60%, despite having a lot of competitors in this market. Why is that? Because people prefer the brand Apple. They love the brand Apple. Why? Because Apple has again positioned itself as a cool, innovative, simple to use product. Now, with this positioning strategy, which they have used for their brand Apple, everyone rushes to buy Apple products. Let it be iPhone, let it be AirPod, let it be iPad, right? So, higher positive customer perception about a brand leads to organic growth of the product. If you remember, I told you what is the meaning of organic growth. It means when you like a product, what are you doing? You are recommending this product to your friends and your relatives. And then what happens? Everybody ends up purchasing the product which you have recommended, which leads to organic growth. When everyone is purchasing the product, what will happen? Definitely the profit margin of the products will increase. And finally, it will lead to increase in market share for the product. So, high market share is another importance of branding. Moving ahead, it also acts as an entry barrier to other brands. Now, when we talk about Red Bull, when we talk about Gillette, right? Now, these products again have positioned themselves as the leaders in the market. And so, what happens? They act as a barrier to the entry of any other brand which wants to position itself in the same category as Gillette and Red Bull has placed. So the loyalty that is being enjoyed by these brands like Gillette, by Red Bull, it takes a lot of time for other consumers to switch to another brand which is not as popular as Gillette and Red Bull. So these brands also help in creating an entry barrier for other brands in the marketplace. Finally, branding builds financial value. Now, brands can be measured in financial terms and can be found on the asset side of the balance sheet. Strong and successful brands can be bought and sold by the organizations. Now, it is said WhatsApp, we all are well aware. Whenever we log into WhatsApp, what is happening? It is showing you that WhatsApp has been acquired by Facebook. It is a product of Facebook. Do you know how much did Facebook actually pay to purchase WhatsApp? The financial value of WhatsApp was very high. Despite that, Facebook purchased WhatsApp. So Facebook Incorporation announced it was taking over WhatsApp for 19 US billion on 19th February 2014. At that time, it was the largest acquisition of a venture-backed company in history. Secure Capital witnessed an approximate 5,000% return on its initial investment. And finally, Facebook paid $4 billion in cash, $12 billion in Facebook shares, and $3 billion in restricted stock units to WhatsApp founders. Now, this is what branding does to your product. Now, if I talk about WhatsApp, what is it? It's a technology related product which is intangible, but its financial value because of its popularity and the brand to which it was associated was very high. And for that, Facebook had to pay such huge amount for WhatsApp. So this is what branding does to the firms. It is helping you build financial value for your product.